ain't lead the street life for no man. No G's been calling my phone, man. Like, this game so dirty. Gotta roll around with my 30. And I keep my clip extended. For these bitches, I ain't worried. He said, this game so dirty. Gotta roll around with my 30. And I keep my clip extended. For these bitches, I ain't worried. No doubt about it. I'm doing what I do, dog. Keep more than a few bros. Moving with my crew, dog. We bout it. We came in with them tools, dog. Doing what I do, dog. Moving with my crew, dog. No doubt about it. I'm doing what I do, dog. Keep more than a few bros. Moving with my crew, dog. We bout it. We came in with them tools, dog. Doing what I do, dog. Moving with my crew, dog.
You know, I've been at the top so long. Sometimes I forget to look up. Keep looking down on you. Gangsta, my bad.
Even if it's raining, I'ma still drop the top. That's some of the silly shit niggas do when they at the top. Homie, we don't give a damn, we rollin', we ain't trying to stop.
I gotta fight this comfortability sometimes.
But dogging it like it's a box.
So lonely up here.
Even if it's raining, I'ma still drop the top. That's some of the silly shit niggas do when they at the top. Homie, we don't give a damn, we rollin', we ain't trying to stop. Most likely foreign, but dogging it like it's a box.
As I maintain from lane to lane, we're wetter than a lake on fresh paint. Cutlets was candy cane. Niggas run up on the kid and get stank. Back 90 melt your brain. Clear got SS's in every color on everything. Police on my dick, so I dip off in a different car. Send some kill to Kansas, I got workers off in Wichita. State to state, like behind the mask, check the murder rate. Niggas on my chain ain't got the nuts to catch a murder case. Niggas fake, I got some bodies under this Gucci buckle. Them GI Mafia family niggas reach out and touch you. All the way from the east side to Ivanhoe, all my niggas made. We ain't sweating no drama, so catch these hollows or catch a fade. Rolling solo dolo, narcotics, choppers and bread. On me, so gone off this dope that I passed the blunt to my dead homie. They call me Freddy 4G Auto. Fuck that vodka, cop that hen, and in the mid we bless the bottle.
Even if it's raining, I'ma still drop the top. That's some of the silly shit niggas do when they at the top. Homie, we don't give a damn, we rollin', we ain't trying to stop. Most likely we in a foreign, but dogging it like it's a box frame. Even if it's raining, I'ma still drop the top. That's some of the silly shit niggas do when they at the top. Homie, we don't give a damn, we rollin', we ain't trying to stop. Most likely we in a foreign, but dogging it like it's a box frame.
Today I feel like rolling through the city, so I guess that's what I'm gon' do. Bitch, you wanna ride, you gotta be a 20, you better give you a 10, then I don't want you. And I want everybody to see me, so I ride so slow, damn right, that's what Roe gon' do. 44 Magnum, pack a jack, or put a cereal bowl hole on you. I'm knocking in the trunk like Jehovah's Witnesses. And I don't even know who bitch this is, but every time she come up for air, she keeps saying she wish a nigga had a dick this big. Oh, you better swallow every last drop, don't get none of that on my seeds. Baby, that's a fan of my bad, but pussy and titties and asses can't compete. There's something about when I drop my top, it's like busting a nut. I wish a motherfucker run up on me with this bullshit. I'ma beat them up and I will spill my cup. Homie, I'm running on mayonnaise and mustard, the 610 loop to the interstate. Which one it don't matter at one of the motherfuckers, cause they can now take us to get the cake. I remember my first car, Canary Yellow Cutlass with the brown dough to drive by Mobile. I was eating in it, sleeping in it, living in it. I would've traded a mattress for my Mobile. But nowadays an oil change is a couple of stacks. False gate mirrors in the middle, false gate highs in the front, and big false gate bang in the back.
Even if it's raining, I'ma still drop the top. That's some of the silly shit niggas do when they at the top. Homie, we don't give a damn, we rollin', we ain't trying to stop. Most likely we in a foreign, but dogging it like it's a box frame. Even if it's raining, I'ma still drop the top. That's some of the silly shit niggas do when they at the top. Homie, we don't give a damn, we rollin', we ain't trying to stop. Most likely we in a foreign, but dogging it like it's a box frame Cadillac.
Ruby Hornet.
Killed another man today. Shot him in his back as he ran away. Then I blew up his hut with a hand grenade. Cut his wife though, then she put her hands to pray. Just 5 more dogs, then we can get a soccer ball. That's what my commander say. How old? Well, I'm like 10, 11. Been fighting since I was like 6 or 7. Now I don't know much about where I'm from, but I know I strike fear everywhere I come. Government want me dead, so I wear my gun. I really want the rocket launcher, but I'm still too young. This candy give me courage not to fear no one, to feel no pain and hear no tongue. So I hear no screams and I shed no tear. If I'm in your dreams, then you're in this near. It's a weapon, it's a weapon, it's a weapon. We're calling you. There's a war, if the guns are just too tall for you. And find you something small to use. A little weapon, a little weapon, a little weapon. Use it now, now. Now here comes the march of the boy brigade, a macabre parade of the toys he made.
Yeah, what's up, what's up? WTFU. That's that little weapon, Lupe Fiasco, if y'all ain't know about that. What's up? I'm here with Tom Horazzo.
Tom in the building.
Yes, the political analysis, you know, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's Gizo, voice of the people, you know, here on this Tuesday evening. About to get that nor'easter in a minute.
Yeah, I know, man. Fucking boss hit me up today talking about, I know you got the day off tomorrow, but could you come in? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. You know, it's just some personal time I'm trying to burn off. So I was like, he talking about, we might put you up in the hotel and shit. I'm like, damn, I ain't trying to fucking.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
5-star service.
Yeah, right. They'll fucking hot bunk it and shit. Talking about, when you get up, the next man gonna take your spot. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. I got them snow tires on my shit. I'm going home.
Yeah, then they gonna hit you with that bill. Like, you know, they ain't free, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, you know they always asking for that credit card off rip. Like, yeah, we know your company's paying for it, but, you know, we want that credit card anyways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So today, you already said it's Tuesday. It's March the 6th.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. You know what I mean? On another Tuesday evening. We know you could be anywhere, but you chose to be with us, so we appreciate that.
Chose to be with us.
They like, motherfucker.
We bringing that motherfucking knowledge. I'm gonna try not to curse on this one. You know, I'm trying to talk like Tom be cursing, man. I know he's more politically versed, but I can talk that shit. Nah, you stop. But yeah, on some real stuff, you know what I'm saying? We're going to be talking about some real issues here, as we always bring to you at WTFU. So I'm going to start off, not start off the show, but I'm going to talk about these children's soldiers in Africa. I'm not going to go into other parts of the world, but I'm going to relay it to how, I know that in America, children that grow up over here, some children grow up into, their parents grow up on that stuff. They get into gangs and they get into, incarceration at a young age. But over there, it's like how, warlords basically rape and kill villages. You know what I'm saying? And they take over. It's no like, okay, you're gonna maybe go to a foster home and then you keep going to jail and then you're going get into a gang. No, they abduct motherfuckers or children at a young age and they make them their slaves, sex slaves, killing machines, you name it. So I'm gonna get into that, and Tom's going to be talking about.
I'm going to talk about, because we ended off last episode, I believe, a little with me talking a little bit about Russia, how dudes are getting paychecks out here to lie. These are people on our own community, right? On YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, basically out here just taking a check from people just to deceive us. I'm not going to, so I ended off with that. I don't want to rehash that so much, but I'm paying attention to what's going on in Russia, mainly Gizo, because, I'm looking at it like this could be a means to an end of Donald Trump's presidency, you know what I mean? Which is something that I would like to see. I think the country, for the most part, wants to see it,
Yes.
So when they're talking about, charges and impeachment, I pay attention to that. So I'm just going to dive right into that, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Because I think what you want to talk about, I like where you're going with it, and I think we're going to be able to tie that in back. There's a lot of parallels, there.
Yes.
But the one thing with this Russia, I don't think a lot of many people are paying attention to it like I am. You know what I'm saying? This, even I look at my coworkers, colleagues. Maybe there's a handful of us that might talk about it.
Yeah.
With any sort of depth, and it's funny because I was like a senior, and you might have been you're just a couple years older than me, so you might have been in college by then. But when Bill Clinton was getting impeached. And I remember, seeing this whole thing, hearing about, this whole Monica thing, like, damn, and I'm saying to myself, they're really gonna like. I mean, I guess it's kind of foul what he did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got some sloppy top under the I forget what they call it.
Toppingtons.
I think the president's desk is called the resolve desk or something like the resolution desk is what they call it. It actually has a name.
Oh, shit,
so he's getting top under the resolution desk. That shit been there for like a couple hundred years or whatever.
Yo, man.
You know what I mean?
I know a lot of presidents who looking from their grave like, damn, I wish I'd have did that shit.
They probably they probably did it like
they probably did it too.
You know what I mean?
He just got caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm looking at that shit in '98. Around that time frame, like, damn, they're gonna get rid of the president. You know what I'm saying? Because and the reality is he lied to the American people. He was like, we all know that famous saying, right? Yeah. I did not have sexual relations with that lady. You know what I mean? And then there was a reporter, and he was like, it depends on what your definition of is. Some shit like, damn, Bill, you trying to be slick like that? Like, you trying to flip the game? Like, yo. He's trying to redefine words and shit.
He was slick with it, I smoked but didn't inhale, all that good shit.
That's why they call him Slick Willie. That's what that is one of his nicknames, man. So I'm looking at that, but now I'm looking at this shit. Like, okay, we got a dude who basically was willing to lay down, you know what I'm saying, with these Russians, and it's like whatever. They came to him like, yo, we got the dirt, we got whatever, you know what I'm saying? You hook us up later on, because we have a lot of sanctions on Russia. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that shit is basically, we're freaking baller blocking, to use an old freaking early 2000s cash money term. Yeah. We're baller blocking a lot of deals from happening in Russia. So now Hillary wasn't going to fucking let up off those deals. That was no doubt about it. Freaking, so, they basically went to Trump and see if he would play ball. We don't have the smoking gun yet, but I think we're getting close. You see dudes are cracking every day. There was one dude, we didn't even talk about this shit, Sam Sutton, I forget his name, Numberg, I think his name. He had like a meltdown on TV for the whole last, like, I want to say about 3 days. He's like, I don't care if Mueller puts me in jail. That's funny, I'll laugh. And the CNN, there was a CNN reporter, I forget her name. She's like, have you been drinking? She's like on air, alive. She's like, yo, I smell alcohol in your breath. He's like, nah. Really? He's like, I haven't been drinking. He was like fucking. He was like, I took my meds. That's about it. Damn, you know what I mean? So dudes are really starting to feel the pressure of this shit, because that Fed time that they're gonna be giving, even though, I don't know. I had a couple friends do Fed time. You know what I'm saying? I hear it's better, way better than state time. Yeah, you definitely don't want to go up north. You know what I'm saying? You rather go to Club Fed. Yeah, there's a reason why they call it. But a lot of these cats that never have been anything. They never really been around that life at all. They're starting to think about it like, damn. Even Club Fed, like, I still don't want to go to Club Fed. I could watch TV, send my family emails and shit, but, is it worth going out like that for Trump?
Yeah, I mean, real quick to weigh in on that, I'm not going to mention the dude's name, but me and you know who we talking about. So I was asking him, like, because he's, he voted for Trump. So I'm like, yo, what's up with, Putin talking ish to us, talking about he could lob bombs anywhere, and then he going to, show Florida. And then I'm like, he could have easily showed Washington, D.C., but, it's like he just talking to Trump. But even if he's just talking about America, usually Trump be on the Twitter talking shit back, Florida. But he's not saying nothing. It's like silent. So it's like, yo, come on, man. Like, if that's not showing something. But then what the Trump it's like he just supporter said. He said, but even if he's just talking about America, usually when Trump be on the Twitter. When he says stuff to Kim Jong-un, he's like, everybody's all mad, and why don't he shut up? Now that he shut up, it's like now everybody's still still upset with him. So I'm like, damn, that's a slick way to get Trump out of it. Like, yeah, y'all want him to shut up. Now he shuts up, but no, why are you going to shut up now? If he would have shut up against anybody else, I'd have been like, all right, he trying to show some resolve and just be calm with shit and stop acting like a 2-year-old on Snapchat or some shit,
And that kind of shows, right? Like, obviously, someone's got somebody by the balls, right? I mean, dude talking about about to blow. He's aiming missiles at Florida. I don't know if you saw did you see the video? You kind of.
Nah, I didn't see the video.
You know what I'm saying? He's got a video with nuclear missiles hitting Florida, out of all places. With Putin, right?
Yeah.
So he's basically saying, yo, I'll blow you the fuck up. That's basically like some shots fired shit. Like, yo, fucking don't fuck with me.
And you know what my brother said? He said, you know, I'm gonna ask you this. He said my brother was saying that because Tampa has a big Air Force base down there. Or something
They got a big, I forget the name of it, man. Fucking, there's a couple Marines down there too, doing some other stuff. But they got a big air base down there. I forget the name of it too. My wife's cousin was down there too. Yeah, yeah, you know, maybe you know, so people could say it's a strategic target. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that makes sense. You know, he could have pointed it at New London as well. Right here in Connecticut, we got nuclear submarines that are carrying that shit. So, you know, he picked Florida. You know what I'm saying? He picked Florida.
Mar-a-Lago, man. That's why I was telling my brother. But you know, my brother is like, I told you he'll argue you down. It's like, no. Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, the reality is we don't know. You know, you know, he didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? So your brother's argument could be valid, or you know, it's definitely a valid argument, but at the end of the day, we don't know.
Yeah, it's just like arguing about subliminal, you know, disses in rap. You know what I'm saying? You know, now they call it sneak dissing. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
yeah, same shit.
You know, so on this Russia path though, I want to get away from what's going on in Russia. You know, I'll talk about that shit later. We talk about it offline. You know what I'm saying? It's all interesting to me, but I know that shit puts people to sleep. But fucking the one thing that I've been when I go to talk to people about this Russia scandal is people hit me back with like, especially people that are Trump supporters say this a lot. You know what I mean? And you don't have to be a Trump supporter to feel this way, but the argument is we've done it to so many countries. You know what I mean? So so it's only right, or we shouldn't be shocked. You know, or maybe it's time that these cats, you know, in the government rather, because there's always a separation between us, the people, and the government. You know what I mean? I try not to view it that way. Sometimes it does feel that way. It feels like us, the people, don't have control of our own government. But we are a government of the people. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know that people be like, "Oh, come on, man, you buying into that shit?" You know, I like to believe that we can make change through our government.
Yeah.
But so I get and I kind of want to put this out there for you and put it out there for everyone. You know, is it? You know, so the fact that we've done this type of thing, which is basically information warfare. You know what I'm saying? That's essentially what the Russians, one part of what the Russians did. They hacked, you know, the DNC's emails. They sent a bunch, you know, they put out a bunch of fake shit on Twitter, you know, YouTube, this, that, and the third. And supposedly, so there's three parts. And they also hacked a couple voting machines in about, I think it's like 17 states. That part of the whole thing hasn't even come out. Yeah. You know what I mean? So again, the argument is, well, we've done it, so maybe it's time that we got ours, or what the hell do we expect? You know what I mean? Fucking so I'm hearing that a lot, and it's just like, damn, you know, are we willing to see our country take an L? You know what I'm saying? Fuck, you know, it's like team sports again. So you know, you see your Knicks having a tough few years. Do you say to yourself like, yo, fuck it, they deserve it? Or do you ride or die with that squad? Like, nah, fuck that. You know, that's my squad. I can never go against my team.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I see what the like you said, the Trump supporters are saying. Like you said, if you know, some like say, okay, relating it to basketball. So if you got a team and they fucking up, do you blame the management and say, yo, well, we deserve to get our asses beat because, you know, shit is just like the government has been fucked up? Or do you say, nah, fuck that? You know, I mean, I would personally like, if, you know, I personally think on this shit with Russia that, nah, you can't let this shit go, because then it's just like, okay, yeah, how much shit that, you know, we could be here all night talking about American history and how we infiltrated this country to help them, and then we started doing this. Right. And, you know, we're connected all over the world, you know what I'm saying? That's why we're so diverse, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm really not down with the infiltration, because it's like a virus. It's like they're attacking us from the inside out. You know, of course, you know, they said the new wars, was it tech? What do you call it? It's not with the computers and shit. I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble with that word. When they say
like cyber
warfare. Damn it, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Got my back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so basically that's what it is. And I think, you know, even with not just hacking computers, but you know, like even, I mean, that cyber warfare is a big problem. I mean, you know, they could shut down power. I mean, I had a book that I ain't finished reading called Lights Out. I mean, if they fucking hacking our computers and doing crazy shit and we can't fucking stop that shit, what matter if they got into the power system and just cut down the power? I mean, that's That's almost like dropping that's like dropping an EMP on.
That's definitely a good way to cause chaos, and that's essentially what these guys are. They're agents of chaos.
Yeah.
You know, and I was also thinking to myself of another analogy, like say, you know, we all have relationship problems. You know what I mean? Say it's your baby mama. You know, it's your baby dad. And you're talking, say it's me and you, Jizo, and we're talking. I'm like, damn, you know, I'm gonna say my wifey, you're getting on my last nerve. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, and I'm venting to you how fucked up we are, but then you start hitting me with like, yeah, you right, man. That bitch whack. You need to fuck. And then you know, like I mean, that's still my wifey, and I'm complaining to you, but I'm gonna be like, yo, hold on a second, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm kind of venting, and maybe I shouldn't be venting. You know, to a degree, it's kind of like I should pump the brakes. You know, because you could also say, well, shit, you're fucking. You know, throwing her under the bus. I'm fucking here with you, supporting you. I'm throwing her under there too. You know what I mean? So, but you know, you talked about the history of the countries we infiltrated, and just for, you know, in case people are not really aware, you know, a couple of examples. I mean, Iran-Contra. I don't know if you're up on the Iran-Contra shit from Reagan. Like a lot of people, you know, I love talking about how corrupt Reagan basically was the most corrupt president ever. You know what I'm saying? Like he had like 150 people, and I might be overestimating there. But let's, for argument's sake, I know it's over 100. They either resigned, you know, he had a bunch of people go to prison for various scandals across the board in his 8 years. But Iran-Contra, basically, Reagan said, yo, he wanted to help some rebels in Nicaragua, you know, fight the Sandinistas, right? So he went to Congress like, yo, I want some bread, you know what I'm saying, fucking, so I could give to these to the rebels, which are called the Contras. I want to, you know, bless them so that they could fight these Sandinistas that are hard leftists. You know, basically they're socialists. You know, Reagan was a big, you know, anti-socialist, anti-communist. So they was like, nah, we ain't giving you no money. Oh, he's like, okay. Oh, you're not giving me no money? Cool. You know, he talked to Oliver North. You know what I mean? Fucking Oliver North started making shit happen. How did they make shit happen? Fucking and I think some of the chat room maybe a couple episodes ago was talking about this shit. So I wanted to just bring that around. But basically, they started allowing drugs, straight cocaine from Nicaragua to flow into the United States for sale. The money would go back down to Nicaragua to support the Contras. You know what I mean? This was all being facilitated by U.S. military and the CIA, right? So that's one example. You know what I'm saying? So not only did they shit on our, you know what I'm saying, our system, you know what I mean, our governmental system, you know, our republic, by saying, yo, we're going to go around you. Yo, you're not going to give me the money? I'm going to go around you. Yo, look at what they did. They got thousands of people killed down there. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, yo, you know how many people we killed for bananas in this country? You know,
yo, but pause though.
Yeah.
Yo, I know you remember that game Contra, man. You don't tell me you never played Contra.
Super Contra. I remember.
Super Contra, yeah. You know, like you said, you're a little younger than me, but yeah, Contra, Super Contra, that was the shit. But yeah, all right, go back to your point.
Nah, that was a good game.
You know what's
man.
crazy? I even know, like, you know, you going on the history. I'm just thinking about the game. I'm just hearing Contra. I know Oliver North strikes a bell. You know the rebels, Nicaragua, blah blah blah.
So you had that little situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking. I'm glad. You know, and it's good. You know, that, I mean, at least we had that word in our mind. But it's funny how we played a video game Contra.
Yeah,
you know
don't
what I
even
mean?
know what the fuck. You like, yo, this shit is hot.
This
yo.
shit was hot.
I'm
I like the
motherfucker.
Contras. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was crazy, but
you know, so you had that little situation even way before that. Teddy Roosevelt, the whole Panama Canal. You know, Panama used to be, I don't know if you noticed, but Panama used to be a part of Colombia. You know what I mean? So the U.S. government, Teddy Roosevelt, was trying to negotiate, like, yo, we're going to build this canal, because the French basically, they fucked up. They had malaria, you're right? They was like, yo, we can't continue. We're running out of money. All our workers are dying. So the United States was like, yo, we'll come and finish the canal, but we basically want to own that joint. You know, we'll pay Colombia $1 million in gold straight up, you know what I'm saying? And that'll be it. We run that whole situation. That Panama Canal produces a lot of money. That's how goods are getting, you know what I'm saying, from the rest of the world to this side of the world. You know what I mean? So
y'all paying attention out there?
Because
he's teaching me too. Damn it!
Now I know a lot of the viewing audience. And by the way, you know, if you're catching this on a podcast on another platform, we are live on this is WTFU America. I'm Tom Horazzo and I'm with Jizo, but we are live on Ruckus Radio Live on YouTube. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, please go over to YouTube, check out the plethora of good programming that there is on Ruckus Radio Live and Ruckus Radio, where everything is kind of warehoused for now. So please do that. But anyways, so going back to the Panama Canal, freaking Teddy Roosevelt, like, yo, I'm going to bless you with $1 million. Colombia's like, yo, $1 million ain't shit. Like, yo, come on, that's like a drop. You might as well give me $1. So Teddy Roosevelt's like, oh, okay, y'all want to play. See, Teddy Roosevelt invented this shit. It's called gunboat diplomacy. Basically, that means you know it's I call it Beanie Siegel diplomacy from state property. Get down or lay down.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean? Yo, y'all either gonna get down or y'all gonna lay down. So he called it gunboat diplomacy, meaning if you don't do what the hell he says, he's rolling up with the ships, the boats, and you're gonna get down or you're gonna lay down. And in Panama's case or Colombia's case, he basically created a fake rebellion. Got a few hundred, you know what I'm saying, Panamanian rebels that wanted to quote unquote fight for their freedom. And they made their own country called Panama. You know, Panama did not exist before really that whole shit popped off.
Man, this is a history lesson.
And so again, we basically robbed Colombia. Damn, fucking, I'm going hard. I'm spitting on my own mixer here and shit. Fucking, so we basically shat on freaking Colombia and robbed Colombia of something very, very valuable to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of the most busiest ports or canals in the whole damn world. They could have made so much money. Colombia may not be in the situation they're in today as far as poverty, drugs, if they had that resource, you know what I mean? That money making canal right there that we basically took from them for over 100 years or about I forget how long. Jimmy Carter gave it back. All the conservatives were pissed. How the fuck you gonna give that back? You know how many people we killed for that shit? I mean, oh my bad, fucking. So Carter did give it back though, but
yeah, man, you should be a teacher, man.
I'm thinking about it, man. I might go back to school this fall, man. Fuck, I'm seeing all this misinformation, disinformation, and it's like I'm starting to think, I didn't even tell you about this shit. Fucking this lady, she was a teacher in Florida. Yeah. Fucking, they caught her doing an alt-right, basically white supremacist, fucking podcast. She was basically
like kill the blacks.
Talking about black people have low IQs. This is scientifically proven. This, that, and the third. And she used her own, she had like two Twitter. She had like a Twitter account and a Facebook. You know what I mean? She would use her real picture. You know what I mean? Fucking, but then use a fake name. So someone I guess picked up on her like, that voice that looks like this lady. It got picked up. Yeah. Basically, they went to school like, she's kicking this shit. And this is like. This lady looks like the lady next door, like the nice white lady next door. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she was young, and she was kicking that shit. And I heard today they fucking fired her. So, and I'm sitting there like, damn, that's crazy. And that's why, I put my real name out there because, and again, we kind of our mission statement. We haven't really put a mission statement out there, but obviously we're trying to talk about the issues, have a substantive conversation, and do it responsibly. I was listening to the Ruckus's morning show. And I just got in when Ebony was explaining YouTube's new thing where the live chat can be replayed. So basically like, the live chat that's going on right now, if someone goes to watch the episode later, that live chat can be looked at again. Oh, you know what I mean? So Ebony was making a good point. Some of the shit that we say, some of the stuff that the people are saying in the chat room, and obviously we're putting our voices out there. It could be used against us. So that's why when I feel, for us, and I think we do a good job of this. When we get behind this microphone, we try to do it responsibly. Of course, once I hit the off button, I'm saying, on this mixer, we'll go ape shit crazy. On whatever. But while we're behind the mic, there's a certain level of responsibility that we take really seriously.
Can't come with the bullshit. You gotta be, there's no hate. Just we just expressing our views. Like you said, that lady, I ain't that was on that all right shit. I mean, damn, that's crazy. I ain't even hear about that shit. But what you expect with all this shit, all this hate going around. I mean, it's been there, but with Steve Bannon and Trump and fucking all this shit, you got to see that our cartoon president. That shit is funny as fuck.
Yeah, I gotta try. I need some comedic relief, man, because this shit. Sometimes I watch the news, fucking. I'm just like, this shit's like is it a joke? Is it a fucking bad movie?
Yeah, that shit is so funny, man. And I know all the political. People, and it's like some of them, like when he's in a room with a meeting with like 10 people, I'm like, I saw Paul Ryan, they got him with big ass ears. Ben Carson is the only black person, only black character in there, of course, but
he like the Cleveland fucking. You watch Family Guy?
Yeah.
You only got the one black dude, Cleveland, fucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, I put it out there, do we deserve this? Is maybe I'm hoping at the end of the day this will make us a better country. You know what I mean? Because basically I feel like we need an intervention. This is like, I don't know if anyone watches Intervention, the show on A&E, where it's like you got the dope fiend, whatever, uncle, niece, nephew, daughter, and everyone comes together and like, you're effed up. You need to go. You need to go off to this I'm hoping that we could have a situation like that, especially come here in November. when it's time to vote. You know, I know a lot of people not into voting, but I hope something fucking happens.
Yeah, I just hope Mueller gets this shit. I know he knows what he's doing. I just hope he gets to the bottom of this shit and they get him out of here because this shit is. Like you said, Reagan. You said Reagan was the most corrupted president, but
in my opinion, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how far you think Trump is behind him. Well, everybody, I never.
Yo, well, he hasn't had. Well, he's had a bunch of people resign, so the numbers are racking up. And plus, Reagan did 8 years, so his second, the second part, he wasn't really. He started getting. I forget what it was he had. It was I don't know. I'm not sure if it was Alzheimer's. I forget what it was, but he had a fucking a debilitating disease where he couldn't. They say Nancy Reagan basically ran the White House toward the end. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was going through her. You know what I mean?
This dude only been in here a year.
I
and
know.
It's like what 5 to 10 people that he done fired.
Yeah.
Or
you already got 3 campaign workers. Plead guilty to federal charges. You know what I'm saying?
Like yo, come
so
on,
he's definitely
man.
trying to catch up to Reagan. But the problem is, and what I get concerned about is that Reagan, basically for Iran-Contra, he testified. You can go on YouTube and see him testify. And since he was a little bit older and he kind of had dementia going on, I don't recall. Everything was, I don't recall. At the end of the day, they found out that, like Oliver North, he got charged and shit fucking. But at the end of the day, they said, Reagan, this is what they said. They said, you're not paying attention to what's going on in your own White House. You got all these people running around doing shit behind your back. I think they threw him a bone because the reality, I think he knew what was going on. I mean, there's no thinking he knew what was going on, but he played like somebody's grandpa. You know what I mean? So they looked at it like, okay, maybe grandpa didn't know what was happening. You know what I'm saying? People were fucking around in his house.
So what do you think? Reagan, I just got this in my head. I was listening to Richard Pryor, and he was talking about when he went to the White House to meet Richard Ronald Reagan, and he was like Reagan didn't even want to talk to him. It was like when he went to say, "How you doing, Mr. President?" He's like, "Hi," and he was like, well, "I didn't want to meet you anyway, motherfucker." He's like, your ass acting like I'm a fucking, Richard Pryor is mad funny. But who do you think? Because basically, we're liberals. Like you said,
Are you a liberal?
No, I'm gonna say you're a liberal. I voted for. I'm blue. I'm Crip out. Nah, I ain't no Crip. I'm blue right now. I'm in the blue. I'm blue. I'm blued out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for the conservatives and Republicans, who do you think was the most corrupt or not so functioning Democratic president in the last 20, 30 years that was fucking up?
Now that I look back on it, I was young when what's his face was around, freaking Clinton. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It could be argued that Barack Obama wasn't as efficient as he could have been. Yeah. It's tough, man. Jimmy Carter kind of, my main beefs with the Democrats is how soft they are once they get in. It's like, okay, now it's time to heal. It's time to, it's time to do the kumbaya thing and forget about that we just whoop, like Barack, you know what I mean? He could have been like, yo, I just whooped John McCain's ass. You know what I'm saying? I got both houses of Congress. I'm about to go in. You know what I mean? Fucking. So we're like, no, it's time to, unite and come together. And I'd be like, yo, F that. I whooped your ass. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why I did that. And I got the authority now to move forward. The people are behind me. Kind of like what Trump's, you hear Trump, Sarah Huckabee, the people overwhelmingly voted for him, this, that, and they bring that up every time they can. So my problem is that with these Democrats, they're a little too soft once they get in. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, go hard. Fuck it. That's why we're not running out to vote for you guys, because you're soft as fuck when you go in there.
And that's why I think it's like such a division now, because people like, it's so divided. I think it was the interview that it was this guy. It wasn't Vice or somebody they did with what's the speaker before Paul Ryan that left?
Well, Nancy Boehner.
Boehner. He was always looking.
He stayed nice. You could tell he stayed drunk.
He used to always be in the background when they show Obama. He'd be looking like he wanted to chop Obama's head off. It'd be like, yo, why is he screwing? Like he staring a hole in the back of Obama's head, but he's just always had that screw face. But like
he had to just so that his other fellow Republicans be like, all right, he's about that life.
But they was just talking about how it's so divided. You know what I'm saying? Like and everybody is either. Like, the Democrats is all, nah, we ain't fucking with, and that's how it is now. Or the Republicans like, nah, we ain't fucking with the Democrats. It's either this way or the highway. And I don't know where it's going to be the fine line.
Yeah, we got a lot of gridlock, What's good?
Okay, nah, I thought you saw a super chat or something. I was like, I thought I heard
No, I'm
something.
just monitoring everything. I'm trying to not to miss shit. You know what I mean?
You in that live chat?
Yeah, I'm going back and forth. You know, I'm looking, checking everything out. But yeah, I want to wrap up. We're getting close to the top of the hour.
7:30.
Not the top of the hour, but I guess what do we call this shit in TV? I guess
the midpoint.
the mid. Nah, yeah.
The midway.
So yeah, with the corruption, you know, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn, it's I'm not willing to let this shit burn down because we've effed up before. I'm like, yo, recognize what we did. That it was foul.
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff was foul, and then let's move forward and try to correct it and not do it again. But let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not all about the anarchy, you know what I'm saying? Because this, at the end of the day, this is my country. You know what I mean? We live it. Yeah. You're not going back, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you might go back to Africa, you know what I mean? But you're not going back to Africa. I'm not going back to where my father came from, which is Colombia. You know, my mom's is from Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sometimes I do think about going to Africa. I just don't know where to go yet. I got to find me a good spot. You know
yo, man, the warlords will shoot you. After you do this shit, it's a wrap.
I know,
like,
right?
Like,
Jizo,
you that nigga talking shit, WTFU. Nah, I got a horrible African accent.
I'll go to Canada out this bitch, but yeah, nah.
You know, so obviously we're doing geopolitics today, and that's good because, you know, we need to bring it back home. There's shit that goes on around the world. You know what I'm saying? It may seem like it doesn't, but we can always take lessons from everything. You know what I mean? And that's why I think where you wanted to go with what you wanted to talk about today. I know the Blood Diamonds thing. Yeah. You know, do you want to play this video yet, or do you want to kind of work into it?
I wait till you know, like we go out on it and stuff like that.
No, but the video for that.
Oh yeah. But real quick, when I was to say about I don't want to let this country go down to anarchy because this is all I know is America, and it's a great country.
You're made in the USA. Like, we should have had that other.
Born in the USA. So, but yo, real talk. Yeah, I could see other countries like, you know, all around the world, like, you know, that, you know, because a lot of countries do hate America. They're like, yeah, that's what you get. You always smelling people's shit. Now you're getting fucked with. So yeah, I could see them talking shit, but for Americans to say, yeah, we fucked around, that's just like giving Trump a pass. You know, like, oh yeah, we fucked around with other people, so why not let it get done to us? It's like if you fuck someone in the ass, you want to get fucked in the ass.
Yeah, I hit it in the poop shoot. You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying? I could get that's that Deadpool type shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like really, you just trying to, just like I told you that Trump supporter was like, well, if he, you know, when he tweets back to Kim Jong-un or everybody else, now he's quiet about not saying nothing to Putin, but we know why he ain't saying nothing to Putin, man. Come on. If it was anybody else, I could be like, all right, you got a valid point. But just because it's Putin.
Because Putin got that tape, man.
Yeah.
That shit going to drop on Vivid.
I want to piss on you. Yes, I do. I'll pee on you.
R. Kelly was up in that motherfucker too, though. But,
said your body is a porta potty. Shout out Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle shit been popping up lately on YouTube. I've been checking it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is still funny to me, man. It's probably going to be corny like in 10, 20 years. Like, kids going to be like, yo, this shit don't even make sense. But to us, it's always going to be classic.
Because they don't understand, you know, that time, the R. Kelly. And, you know, he was just keeping you woke from back then. But I peeped it, but now I really peep it more. Even his stand-up, like, he just talks about shit. His comedy is like, it makes you think. But it's like funny, you know, he just like on some slow, you know, he don't try to get you with the 1-2 hitter quitters. He go deep. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, we could go into the Blood Diamond shit now. You got anything else to say about
Nah, fuck. We're gonna leave it there. You know, we'll continue the conversation this shit is gonna go somewhere. So there's gonna be time to talk about it. You know, definitely. Rehash it and hopefully, you know, something. I'm hoping something good comes out of all of this stuff.
Yeah, I hope Mueller get on his shit because I'm tired of this shit.
And then what's gonna happen afterward? You know, we have to think about that. Like, yo, it might be the start of some wild shit. We might be like, damn, you know, was it worth it? But we'll see. I don't want to get into too much speculation with that. So,
gotta get my guns.
Yeah, man.
Legally.
Legal. Yeah, word. Fucking, in case anybody's listening out there. Fucking.
You know what I'm saying?
Like what's his name said? You gotta watch niggas. BET. You know, that's one of my favorite joints from Fab. Shit, hold up. I lost one of my ears. Why? Well, I lost one of my ears.
Okay,
how you hearing?
Yeah.
Oh, you only got one ear in anyways. All right. Yeah, my headphones fucking, yo. All right, I'm good. I got to stop using these headphones. I know fucking any DJs out there listening, DJ Block, I'm using freaking Bose, you know, noise canceling, which is the worst freaking thing you could use for this type of work. No, I need some straight monitoring headphones. But all right. So you want to roll this video?
Yeah, you can roll into the video.
All right. So this right here is a video courtesy of Viceland. This is a little something on warlords. We're gonna play about a minute and a half. Just take a listen to this. It's a little kind of funny too, but fucked up as well.
Shit's
so
real, son.
word. All right, here we go.
So is that why your nickname was General Butt Naked?
Yes, because I was naked, because I fought naked.
A lot of people would drink or do drugs before fighting?
Yeah, most of my boys,
Yeah.
they would drain the blood from the innocent child and drink it before going to
So
battle.
you kill the child
Yes,
and then drink the blood?
yeah.
So what kind of war is this? World War II?
This World War III.
Yeah, that right there, man. Yeah, so you know, I'm just wanting to go in on this for a minute about how these warlords over here. That was General Butt Naked for you. That what a name, right? Motherfucker used to be running around butt ass naked, killing motherfuckers. Like that shit crazy. But that's just one of the dictators.
What would be your warlord? Oh, I know. I already know your warlord name.
Whoa, you give me a warlord name?
Yeah, I mean, it just popped up in my mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would Jizo's fucking war?
So what? You might as well put it out there. What would it be, man?
Horny Toad.
Oh,
General,
man.
from your college days.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, but these dictators and warlords, man, they have a lot of huge body counts. But I just want to talk about to relate it to America. Like this is my part is about the children, like young adults, growing up over here. I know a lot of young adults grow up in the system, or they might have families that are messed up, or not around, for incarceration or drug reasons, or maybe they just passed away at the kid's early age. And they grow up in into these gangs, and they get into a life of crime, and they get incarcerated, and it's a repeating cycle. And but at a certain age, you have a choice, whether you can get your life together. Now, I know Tom said related to America, so this is how I'm trying to relate it. Like over there, you hear what that dude was saying? You saw the kid that had a fucking the opposition's general's heart said, "I'm gonna eat it." These motherfuckers is cannibals. They will eat you. They're fucking like the living dead. It's like over here, you ain't, if you in a gang, you killing for the turf, for the money, because that's what it is. Sex, money, murder. Over there, I mean, it's money, but it's more power and political shit, and they just coming through for. So I want to talk about how this all comes to. To be like, okay, so over there, right, you got a village, just say like a town, or like, just say the Boogie Down, what I'm saying, where I'm from. Now, I don't know how big I could compare it to like a Congo or Sudan over there, but just imagine, like, Coney. I know y'all remember Coney. His crew was called the LRA. I don't want to mislead y'all. I have it right here. Hold on, I passed it real quick. But basically, they would come through, they would kill, the Lord's Resistance Army. That was Coney, but I'm going to get on that in a minute.
What about Charles Taylor? I got his, I'm going to
Charles Taylor?
Put him up here as well.
Yeah, Charles Taylor, I'm going to get on him too. But I just wanted to talk about how, they come through, they kill the father, rape the mother, and they take the kids. And they might rape a little girl in the process and use as a sex slave. And then, they put these kids on these drugs, and, they feed them with all this bullshit, as you could feed a kid that's like anywhere between 7 and 10. And you think about that shit, like, you got these kids over here, they grow up watching these gangster rappers and want to be thugs, and they thinking that, just like in that Lupe Fiasco song, Little Weapon, he said some lyric like, you cats think you gangster popped a few rounds. These cats will come through with murder a whole town. Ain't nobody over here like, I mean, I know you got some shooters, you know. I ain't no shooter, you know what I'm saying? I can shoot, but I ain't no shooter. I ain't in the streets shooting.
Yeah.
But
Jesus, real quick, I got up the Charles Taylor joint. Who's that dude next to him though?
Well, yo, I know you. All right, you know he go for G's. All right, that's some bullshit. He got a good V-neck on too, clean.
His shit clean as fuck, right?
Clean. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah. So I mean, he was one of Charles Taylor's a vicious dude too. That might be his son, but but yeah, you know, it's just like, you know, to kill a whole village, like just take out families. I'm not talking about like, you know, a gang would kill your family over money, or if you kill one of their peoples, but you know, it's not like they just, you know, it's not like a crew, like say the Bloods coming through and killing the father, raping the mother, and just taking the kids. And I'm talking about not like one or two. I'm talking about, you know, whole houses, like whole blocks, whole, you know what I'm saying? So over here is really different, and I'm trying to relate it, trying to wake the kids up. Like, listen, if you grow up in a fucked up predicament, I mean, you know, I kind of grew up not that messed up. You know, I had my mother took care of me. I didn't have a father around. I grew up in the hood, but you know, she worked. But I know some people that grew up way worse than I did and was incarcerated. I mean, I never was incarcerated. I mean, I went in for a little bullshit. You know, I know Thomas was making fun of me the other day talking about, yeah, man, you was in general, you said PC, you was a PC.
I said they put you in PC.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wasn't no PC. I just, you know, going for the little weed smoke, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they want to run my fingerprints, see if I got a warrant, and I'm out the next day, you know, the night, you know.
Yeah, that's why you go by Jizo. No one knows your real name.
You know, I ain't got no record, you know what I'm saying? Like Jada Kidd said, I got no felonies. I'm good with crimes.
But Jizo, from what I hear you saying, I guess what it is maybe we need to be showing, you know, I guess it's like what is it? What's that show called? The fucking Scared Straight. You ever see that shit?
Yeah.
It's like in a way, you know, we need to show, I guess, the youth, you know, or the youths, you know, more of that type of shit. We need to show them what's going on over there. Be like, yo, you don't have it that bad. Like there are opportunities here. You know, you just need to, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and take those.
Yeah, and you know, it's crazy because I was talking to, you know, my oldest son, JD, about it. Mm-hmm. It's funny. My youngest son was like, is this sad? I was like, yeah, it's kind of sad. He's like, all right, I'm out. So I'm talking to him, and then he's listening to me, and then he's like, wait a minute, let's get to the point. Then he's like, does this happen in America? And I was like, nah. And he's like, oh, okay. Because I was like, I was going to fuck with him for a second. And then I was like, nah, I ain't going, because he'd be having anxiety thinking that, you know, like, oh, shit, that shit could really happen to the family. Oh, my God. But what I'm trying to say is that shit is way better over here, even though we, you know, the shit we going through now. And I know some people be like, nah, you know, fuck this government. This country is corrupt. Yeah, it is corrupt. You know, we know that. You know, every country, I mean, unless you in, like, Singapore or Australia or something, where no wars really, you know, I don't know, Thomas could probably put you on to some place where war has never really touched that, you know, but I'm just want to get into, like, these dictators and the body counts that they put on people. So he had this guy, Charles Taylor, this guy right here, man, he was like a motherfucker. He was the president of Liberia in 97. And, you know, this is where Blood Diamonds came from, because he set it up in Sierra Leone, where he funded rebels in exchange for blood diamonds. So he started his shit off of the diamonds. And he was responsible for the deaths of 220,000 people. I didn't say 20 people. I didn't say 200. I didn't say 200. I said 200. That's like 250,000. How you going to be responsible or have a hand in the death of 250,000? I mean, come on, B. Like, and you know, and then he has a son that you know, they said that's following in his footsteps, that's still in prison. And you know, you all heard about or maybe not, what's this guy up here, Idi Amin. That name rings bells. This motherfucker was known as the nicknamed the Butcher of Uganda, you know what I'm saying? You know, because he had a taste for human flesh. This motherfucker was a cannibal, you know, and you know, he basically was close to murdering 500,000 people. And it's like, how, you know, these people, like, you know, not saying that, of course, he didn't murder himself, but like in his reign or whatever you want to call his rule, 500,000, 220,000. So that's almost 1 million people right there. You know, then you got this guy named This dude looks like a king. I wish he could put all the slates up, but this dude, if you ever look him up, John Bedell Picasso, this motherfucker was like got a crown on his head. Yo, he slaughtered, the highlight of this motherfucker, if you want to say a highlight, he slaughtered 100 children because they couldn't afford to buy school uniforms with his emblem on them. So he's like, yo, you can't afford that shit? Oh, off with your head. Like, what the? So that's what I'm saying. Like, in America, we don't got to go through that shit. You know, like, okay, motherfuckers is getting killed, yeah, on a daily basis through guns and knives. But, I mean, this is like, I mean, you know, mass killings, not even suicides, not even school shootings or mass shootings. Motherfuckers is, I don't know, they eating you, slicing your head off, doing all types of inhumane shit. And they got these little kids doing that shit. Like, yo, okay, over here, they I know they raise kids over here to be killers because, you know, you don't get as much time as an adult. You know, if you a minor, you probably, you know, you steal something, do a crime, sell some drugs, you might get 2-3 years. If you do a murder, maybe you might get out by the time you're 18, and then they might switch you to a maximum facility for maybe another, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. But you're not going to do no 20 to life if you like 15 and you commit a murder. I mean, I don't know my laws that good, but I pretty much know. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you know.
It depends. It depends on where you're at. You know what I mean? For sure, it's tough to pinpoint it. You know, because every law, you know, every state has their own laws. But one thing, as you're sitting there and talking about all this stuff that's gone on in Africa, you know, bringing it back home, you know, I say to myself, where was America? You know what I'm saying? You know, because, you know, we did Iraqi, you know, and I'm a part of it. You know, I have an Iraqi, you know, what is it? What the hell do they call it? Operation Iraqi Freedom. You know what I mean? We went over there, liberated, quote unquote, liberated, you know what I'm saying, people from Saddam. I don't remember the Iraqi people begging us to go help them. We basically forced them to help, you know what I mean? But where were we in, you know, not for nothing, but we did go down to Somalia, you know, and that's where Black Hawk Down comes from, you know. And after I saw that in the theaters, I forget how old I was. I think I was 20, 21.
Yeah, that was a good movie. That was a good movie.
It was a good movie. I don't know if I told you, but like 4 or 5 months after that, I bought my first AR-15. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
from
shit, God damn it.
You know, so media obviously has an effect on me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself with it. You know, I took it to the range, whatever, brought my boys with me. But you know,
let me shoot the AR when you got rid of the AR, man.
A while ago, when Connecticut banned them, you know what I'm saying? So
what's that shit you had me shooting in Wallingford? That shit that when I shot some shit and I didn't have the earplugs on.
Yeah, I think that was an AR-15. That was my AR-15.
That was AR. That shit blew my ears out, and I had to go pay $20 for the earplugs.
Oh yeah.
And it was this other dude shooting with us.
Carl, rest in peace. He passed away, but he had an AR-15 too.
Oh,
and
shit.
I think he also had a mini 14 as well.
Oh, so I shot an AR. I didn't even know that shit. I'm ill with it.
Shit.
Nah, but yo, that shit, just like, you know, I know we going off topic, but the Florida school shooting. Yo, I was listening to the video. That shit sounded like like that shit was.
You hear that shit indoors? That it's real. Let's just say it's real loud. I mean, you heard it under a roof essentially. Imagine
we was like outside, but
we
it was
were outside,
but
under a little roof. Yeah, you know that they have to cover the shooters. But that's crazy. But I say, but again, going back, you know, this is talking about U.S. policy. You know, we're willing to free, quote unquote, free the Iraqis. You know what I mean? But our policy when it comes to Africa, and bottom line, at the end of the day, they look at it like this. Yo, fuck the Africans, right? You know, you got these war.
Yeah.
We could send, you know what I'm saying, freaking 10,000 Marines and mop up guys like Idi Amin, Charles Taylor, freaking, and so on and so forth. Easy. You know what I mean? But the thing is we would have to stay there. And the only thing that could really keep us in a place has to be something of value, right?
Yeah.
And what does it boil down to? Oil. Yeah, they got diamonds, but we're not really into that like that to where we're going to sit there and suck up diamonds. It's got to be oil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and plus,
that's true,
you know, it's just crazy how we prioritize things in this country. Now, we could also say, we shouldn't be going anywhere. We should just let people, you know what I'm saying, let shit pops off in Iraq, let them deal with it. Shit pops off in Africa, let them deal with it.
Yeah.
But I say if we're gonna do things all over the world, we should also be in Africa as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, man.
And we did go to Somalia, but shit went crazy over there. You know what I mean? That was under Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's hard to just like kind of like the Black Panther movie, like, you know, they got that vibranium. Some of them were like, you know, like Lupita Nyong'o. I always fuck her name up.
Nyong'o.
She was into saving the world. You know, but you know, Black Panther, he was like, nah, you know, I want to, you know. Then like he was at the end of the movie. That's why this old school cat at my old job, he was like, nah, I ain't like how he went to the United Nations and you know he want to help the world and you know he's on that black militant shit. And he was like, you know,
he wanted Black Panther to just kind of stay to his own,
stay to his own. He like, you know what I'm saying? He like, you know. Fuck it. This is what he said. It's kind of true. Like the white man, they kill and murder everybody and shit, and that's how they get their shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, if once they get that vibranium, they gonna kill and shit.
Like, he got real deep on that comic book shit.
Yeah, because he's an Israelite too, so he just started getting on.
Yeah.
I was like,
I love the Israelites, man.
Yeah, he was like, I was like, yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. Like, you know, keep to yourself and you know, take care of your own. You know, but you know, that's what you know. We haven't been doing that, but just moving along. Yo, this dude Coney. I remember like in 2012, there's that Coney movement and everybody's talking about Coney.
Yeah, get Coney.
Yeah, right? Coney, Kony, like pony. This motherfucker was, you know, responsible for murdering 1,000 people per week being massacred. I'm like, damn, that's a number too. I mean, I could keep going on and on. I mean, you know, we talked about General Butt Naked, but you know, I remember you was talking about where does this happen at, like, and I don't know. Was you able to put that slate up with the map of Africa?
No, I didn't get a chance to get that loaded up.
Well, I have it right here. It's like basically, which is interesting. Like you were saying, where's the United States? You know, like fuck Africans. You know, we could have been over there trying to help people, but from the year 1973 to about 2016, it was this grid, and it shows basically parts of Africa that are not free, partially free, and free. And most of the free countries are South Africa, and it's so small. And you know, African names are hard to see. Namibiya and Botswana. I don't know. Botswana.
Okay.
Another one was Ghana, Senegal.
So these places that you're naming
are free.
Okay.
And then the not free, where most of the these warlords, that's why I was talking to my brother about, you know, they probably got colleges in some of these towns where, you know, people can go but because he was talking about, like, you know, they don't, like, in commercials, they show you, like, just the poorest parts of Africa.
Right.
Yeah, I know it's beautiful parts of Africa, but, because, like, even in one of these towns, they said that, you know, they would get taken from schools, you know, so, like, imagine our kids going to fucking school and the fucking army comes through.
Stop cursing, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh yeah. No, you know what? I forgot.
You're on that stop cursing movement.
Yeah.
No, it helps out.
Because your daughter's here too.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
The way he said it, like he checked me like, yo, stop cursing. My daughter here, mother. But my bad. You know, I'm trying to stop cursing. I just get, you know, so emotional with this shit. Yeah. I mean, this stuff, Lord. So, you know, basically Congo, Sudan, South Sudan, Chad. This is, you know, I even know about this spot called Car. All these places are not free yet for the last 40 years. And then I'm not going to put, then they got, Ethiopia is not free. Somalia, as you was talking about, Black Hawk Down is not free. And in some of these places I can't pronounce, Cameroon. And then, you know, partially free is like Kenya, Zambia, Zimbabwe. But it just goes to show that, and I was looking at it, it's like, dang, it's like, it has to be like 1 billion people in Africa. Like, you know, I was thinking just.
I mean, it's a big continent, yeah.
I was just thinking like China, India. But yeah, between China, India, and Africa, it got to be like 3 to 4 billion people. You know, that's, you know, most of the population is that in the world.
Yeah. And I'm it's interesting that you mentioned China. Though, you know, I feel we're going to fall behind when it comes to interacting with Africa. You know, basically, most of the growth in this world is happening in Africa. You know what I mean? Because Africa has a lot of room to grow. They haven't had a lot going on, you know what I'm saying, in the last 100 years, other than getting freaking pillaged by everyone. So, but now they're starting to develop their infrastructure, you know, their industry, and we're not really investing in it. You know, we're not getting in there on, like they say on the ground floor. Who is China? China's spending bread out there. They're building high-speed rail. They're like, yo, we're willing to do business. We're gonna build roads. Right. You know, now, yeah, man. China is investing crazy amounts of money, and and Africans are like, yo, we're welcoming. We've been wanting this forever. Not just come here, you know, make bread and take the shit and leave. Like, yo, if you're gonna come here, come correct, build some shit. You know what I mean? Build some infrastructure, and we'll do business with you.
Yo, we might even have to move to China, son.
What? No, I don't know, man. Yo, you know what's crazy? If you go to China, say if me and you going, you know what I'm saying? Freaking. you're like a celebrity. Because they don't. There's not a lot of black people in China, so they'll stop and take pictures with you like you're fucking. Yeah. They'll be like, "Oh my God, he must be in the NBA."
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, but yeah, like I remember Raekwon said that when his song, he like we fuck with some because he fuck with the Chinese, some people that live next to Clinton, and I know the Clintons live up in you know that song I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Damn, they live in Westchester, this town. I can't remember Chappaqua. One of them shits up there.
some shit like that.
Yeah,
some shit where Indians got fucking killed.
That's
why it's the Indian
Chappaqua, yeah. But you know, so I just want to talk about, you know, you talk about okay, these warlords, they come through because it's like 5 other ones, but I'm not gonna go into the body count with all of them because that, you know, dang, wow, time went by so fast. I'm just gonna talk about how they brainwash these kids. I mean, you know, basically, how do they, you know, like keep them, you know, from not forming their own army and like, yo, fuck this. We gonna raise up against these motherfuckers. I ain't gonna fucking, you know, but basically Coney is like one of the masters of mind fuckery, you know, with these kids. He brainwashes them and he tells them like, listen, it's like some ways that, you know, you think about it like, so he spreads fear of escape. So he tells them like, listen, you motherfuckers leave us, you know, you're gonna get killed. We're gonna find you, gonna kill you. If you go back to the towns that we took you from, they're not going to want you because the crimes and, you know, that you committed against them, because sometimes they make them kill their own families to become part of them. And, you know, it's like they just like fill their heads with a bunch of like, you know, even the opposition, like the government that they're fighting against, that, you know, they'll tell them like, well, they're going to kill you anyway, which is not really true, which is it's some story here called a Pono story that I'm not going to get into that. But they have rituals that they perform. You know, killing is the main one. You know, they have like this thing where, you know, you can't whisper. You know, it's like taboo. You like, you know, imagine that shit. You can't even whisper. Like if you living with somebody and you whisper and they think you, oh, what you got to whisper about? Oh, what? They fuck around, try to hurt you or kill you because they think you fucking plotting against them and
that's
shit.
That's how it used to be in Russia, man. Back in the day during freaking basically under communist rule.
Yeah.
Yo, if you was a student and you didn't show up the next day, they disappeared you. Like any little whispering, anyone who didn't, you know, clap and speak great things about the presidents, you know what I mean? What's the dude after World War II? I forget his name. He had a pocked up face. I forget his damn name. I'm sorry for that. But anyway, it was crazy like that. You would just come up, Miss Argentina, same thing. Yo, I don't know if you know how they used to do in Argentina.
Nah.
You spoke up against their president, yo, they'll fly you up on a plane. You know what I'm saying? You be on a nice little
shit.
And then they'll throw your ass off somewhere in the middle of freaking the woods that, you know, that no one will ever find you, man. So yeah, I mean, it's that type of, you know, and that type of terror, that's almost like, you know, you can find that, like I said, you can find it in Russia. That's like a, you know, it's not unique to Africans. So we're not that we're shitting on Africans like, yo, these motherfuckers are more ruthless than anyone else.
Yeah.
Yo, everyone uses these same type of methods. But now you're going into how it is they convince and brainwash these kids. Now bringing it back home, what is keeping kids from, you know, especially, you know, since we're talking about Africa, we're talking about black folk, you know, what is keeping the kids from not advancing, not seeking out, you know, business opportunities, not seeking out educational, or just not plain busting their ass? You know, I never hate on anyone who you know, honest days work, you know, go out there, construction worker, trash man, all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm asking you that question is somewhat of a loaded question to me, you know, and I hate to sound like I'm an old fogey, but yo, I think hip hop, man, it kind of has a similar effect, man.
You know what it is? Like you said, you know, for them not going out and wanting to bust their ass, because, you know, and I know my people, you know, hey, we don't want to work at McDonald's. McDonald's? Get the fuck out of here. I ain't working for no McDonald's. I remember Eddie Griffin just recently, his last stand-up tour, he made a joke about that. He's like, motherfucker, what? I'm working, motherfuckers, I make $1 a day selling crack, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know, or, you know, and he was talking, he made a joke. He's like, you know, these are jokes. It's not a serious show. It's called a comedy show. So he's like, you know, he's talking about racial shit. He's like, if you got mad if you white, that means you're fucking racist. And then he like, and if you're Mexican and you got mad what I say, stop working so fucking hard. He like, be like a nigga sometimes. He like, you know, but it's funny though, but it is what it is. Like, Mexicans bust their ass, and that just goes where you coming from. Like, you know, we, you know, kind of, the kids over here in a way are kind of, some of them are spoiled, some of them see other people doing shit and they think they just supposed to not put in no work and just get that. Like, yo, you ain't putting no work in. Like, you know, what the fuck? Why should you get put on to something good and you ain't put no dirt work in? You ain't even in the you know what I'm saying, in the trenches doing nothing. You just want to pop straight up and pop off. Now, some cats do put in work, whether it be in the streets or in the work field, you know what I'm saying? And what was your other question? I'm sorry. I was going in about
so I was saying, basically I was saying, what is it? What is it that keeps,
Oh yeah, what is it? Oh yeah. So,
and like I said, I kind of led you on to hip hop. Now that's my position, to a degree. I'm not trying to shit on hip hop. I listen to the shit every day.
I love hip hop. I breathe and live and breathe that shit. But yeah,
waiting for you to drop that freestyle too to open up. Maybe next show you'll open up with a little something.
I got y'all. But but yeah. So to wrap it up, I just want to say that, like Thomas is asking me, like, what keeps our kids brainwashed? Like, what makes them, not want to be a part of the system? Like, what makes them basically want to stay in the streets and be this like glorified thug or glorified Tony Montana? Or, I think over here it's more money and like they have like so much distrust for the government. And that's why I want to relate it to Africa too, because that's what they were saying. Over there, some of them, they don't fuck with the governments because, it's so much, the societies are so fucked up over there. It's like, it's not like, let me see, the most fucked up state I could say, I know Detroit is really, it's not a state, Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan is really fucked up, what they did with the water. I heard Chinese are buying a lot of houses over there because, the real estate.
Shit's dirt cheap
Yeah,
now,
it's dirt cheap over there and shit. So it's like, but yeah, like if you got a system, like imagine like the whole state of Michigan is just fucked up like everywhere. I mean, it's some rich parts of Michigan. Every state in America has a rich and it's a decent area. Then you have the poor area, but some places over in Africa, it's just ravaged. It's just war. It's like you living in a fucking war ravaged town. And if you a kid and you seeing this shit and then you see no way out, some people might want to stay with a militia crew and like, fuck, I'm just killing everything. And I think that's the same thing over here, but people are just more attracted to money and the fast money. And they like, well, I'm going to go try to do the right thing and get a job and work for the white man when I can make money and be an entrepreneur and try to start my own business. But you know what it is? Some people just get caught up in that fast life and they don't get out. Some people do get out and make successful businessmen or just like, just go in the cut and just, live off what they can or, probably, open a barbershop or a laundromat, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's just really deep. I just wanted to, if any kids listen to this podcast, not kids, but like teenagers, that's living that life. I just want you to like really kind of think about the correlation I was trying to make between how you have it over here and, just imagine, growing up over in Africa. Like, I don't know if you even watched any of those warlord movies like Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond is a good Leonardo DiCaprio and what's the dude that played in that shit? I can't remember the black guy's name, but he's he played in
Don Cheadle?
Nah, not Don Cheadle. He was the guy that played in well, it doesn't fucking matter anyway. You got anything to say?
No, I just want to thank everyone for listening. I don't know what's coming up next. I did not get the schedule from the chief executive, but I know whatever it is, it's going to be good. It's going to be entertaining. As soon as I tuck the family in, I'll run back and start listening myself. So thanks again, guys.
Peace.
The size of the flags they wave and camouflage suits made to fit youths, cause the ones off the dead soldiers hang a little loose. With AK-47s that they shooting into heaven like they trying to kill the Jetsons and struggles little recruits. Cute, smiling, heartless, violent, childhood destroyed, devoid of all childish ways. Can't write their own names or read the words that's on their own graves. Think you gangsta popped a few rounds. These kids will come through and murder a whole town. Then sit back and smoke and watch it burn down. The grave gets deeper the further we go down.
We're calling you little boy, if the guns are just too tall for you, we'll find you something small to use. Little weapon, you reach it now.
Imagine if I had to console the families of those slain I slayed on game console.